everybody. It's Johansson with Johansson Realty. Thanks so much for tuning in again. We appreciate all the love and support that you give us, and thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Today I have my good friend Laura O'Neill here from Cornerstone Insurance. We're going to talk about insurance, homeowners insurance, and that's kind of the gist of today. So, brought Laura in to talk about homeowners insurance. I wanted to talk about how not all insurance is a commodity. With real estate agents, there's 17,000 realtors, and not everyone's the same, obviously. Yeah. Some wake up at 12 o'clock and sell 5 houses a year, and some work 100 hours a week and they sell a lot more and they really know the market, right? So they're providing a different level of value, just like insurance agents do the same thing. True. And I'm assuming insurance policies. So you kind of had a good thing that you were talking about the 3 different types of policies. What is that? Explain that to a buyer, first time buyer, somebody who's going to get insurance on their house.
There's all types of homeowners policies out there available. They all look the same on paper, but they're totally different. The big difference in homeowners insurance is that some policies are going to have replacement cost coverage, which means that if a hailstorm rolls through and your roof gets little dents in it from the hail, you're either going to get a brand new roof or you're going to get actual cash value, which is the depreciated value of your roof. That could mean you're on the hook to buy yourself a new roof within 30 days, or you're going to lose your insurance. That's a big difference in coverage. And unfortunately, insurance companies are all priced right about the same. So unless your agent knows what they're doing and is sure that they're selling you the right policy, which is replacement cost, you can find out the hard way the day after the hailstorm that you've got the actual cash value policy, which is terrible coverage, and it could leave you open for $10,000-$20,000 worth of repairs to your house.
Okay, so just a question when you say that. So, is that the difference between maybe talking to somebody like you in person, the old-fashioned way? I think that's the right way, my personal opinion, versus just going online to Geico or wherever and just picking whatever one's on the box. Is that accurate to say that? Or
there's in car insurance, they tell you can name your price and pick your own coverage. It's kind of the same thing as car insurance. You have to have somebody that knows what they're doing. Working with a licensed agent helps a lot, but it's the same thing as real estate. There's 2 different kinds of licensed agents: those that take their career seriously and work full time, and those that don't.
Yeah.
So make sure you've got an agent that knows what they're doing, that's been in the business. A lot of companies now are selling car and home insurance that really have no business selling car and home insurance, warehouses like Costco sell insurance.
Yeah, why are they doing that?
That makes me really nervous because they have access to sell the policies that don't have replacement cost coverage.
Okay.
And unless they know what they're talking about and they're working in their best interest of disclosing to you that you're buying an inferior policy, they probably won't tell you, and you probably won't find out until you have a claim.
Yeah, and they make you sign the fine print, so it's oh yeah, you did sign this.
Yeah.
It actually kind of reminds me, because I did hear something where Lowe's or Home Depot, they're hiring realtors now, or somewhere else, and it's they're giving the commission back to the person, as the incentive to use them and whatever. And I always say why would you want, if somebody can't negotiate for their own commission, or would you want to go to work for half the price if somebody was just now you're going to work for less? How motivated are you going to be? That realtor's not going to be that great if he's willing to give up half his commission. If he's not into it, he's not going to care, or she's not going to care if you even get a good house or not, because he's not making any money. So there's got to be value there.
The funny thing about insurance is that it doesn't matter if you use an agent or not, it's all the same cost. So the buyer never pays a commission to insurance agents. It's all built into the pricing of the house. Yeah. So really, there's no problem with using an agent, a face-to-face agent, old school, except for that you might think it's easier and less invasive to buy your insurance online in the middle of the night. The problem is that homeowners is protecting your biggest asset, which is your house, and you want to make sure it's protected properly. So using an agent is such a simple and easy and inexpensive thing to do. It doesn't make sense not to.
Well, that's brings up another point, because a lot of first-time home buyers, they have cars, so they have car loans, so they know that, but they're buying a house for the first time. So it's they're not really versed in oh, what is it,
Right.
why should it, why does an agent matter? But like, obviously I've been using Laura for whatever my whole
Yeah.
life pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
But it's like whenever I have a problem or I have a question, all I got to do is call Laura and she takes care of it,
Yeah.
and it's like a done deal. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it, and that's really kind of what you get by working with a good agent, I guess like an insurance agent, or you get when you're working with a good realtor. It's like they're
Right.
going to be there. They're not just working for that commission. It's like they're working for you for life. Like, they're going to they care and they
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
provide service. So, anything else? So we touched on that. So we talked about like why choosing a specific agent is important, somebody with experience, and then somebody that's
For
going to
sure.
explain the different types of policies. Because like for me, I wouldn't even know everything
Right.
that you just said. I'd just be like, Laura, I'm a busy guy, like I don't have time to like go over all the ins and
Yeah.
outs, like what's the best policy for me, and you would tell me. So
Right.
is there anything else, like like if your sister is buying a house, that like what would you recommend to somebody
Right.
besides like what we just talked about?
The
on
big
when
thing
they
I
do
recommend is make sure you bundle your car and home insurance together. Most companies won't even offer you homeowners insurance unless you put your car insurance with them. So you could be missing out on the best of the best companies with the best rates just because you want to keep your car insurance with Geico, for example. If you're using an agent, give them a shot at your car and home and package. It's 25% off both policies. It doesn't make sense not to keep it with the same carrier. And they have all kinds of incentives for putting them together besides just pricing. Like if you have a common loss, so your house and your car get hailed on the same day, they waive one of the deductibles, which is really cool.
Nice.
And you have the same claims adjuster, and there's all kinds of like ease of doing business things that go along with that.
Okay, cool. So, if you have any questions about insurance, definitely call, your local insurance agent, or call, somebody like Laura. If you want her number, just let me know, or, I can send you her email address. Work with somebody who's very experienced. The more and more I do real estate and involved in this business, the more I realize that, buying a house is a big deal. It's obviously going to be one of your biggest assets or your biggest liabilities in your life, and you want to work with people who, like you said, take it very seriously. And not only that, but you want to have a good team, because you're really putting a team around you. There's going to be lenders, there's going to be title companies, there's going to be insurance agents, inspectors, everything across the board, from the processors at the bank, and to the appraisers. You just want good people working for you. And so, if you guys have any questions about any of those people or any of the home buying process, feel free to contact us. As you know, we do free buyer consultations and free seller consultations. There's absolutely no pressure, no obligation to use us. We just feel that it's best to get extremely well educated on the process, so when you are ready to buy or sell, you do have all your ducks in a row so you can make a decision. And thanks, Laura, for coming out again. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much for your time, as always, and for all the support. And we'll see you guys later.